When we gain those perpendicular angles, what's really wide open is the front of the body. What if your opponent has a tight guard? Let's go over our options based off of the pivot and the side step on how to defeat that. Hey guys, it's Coach Victor from the Thai Box Institute of Mar Vista, California. And today we're going over our kicking options based off of the pivot and the side step. In order for us to really understand the purpose of kicking our knee based off of the pivot, I want you to understand the position. The way we're positioning ourselves is to the side of our opponent. There are a few targets that are open. One that we covered is the little triangular position based off of the guard. Now, what if your opponent has a really tight guard and that's really closed off? So our second option is to attack the body. When we gain those perpendicular angles, what's really wide open is the front of the body. And that's what we're gonna use to attack using the knees or our kicks. So let's look at the technique. First technique we're gonna go over is a kick based off of the pivot. So we're gonna start in our fight stance. Hands up, chin down, legs shoulder width apart. Take that step, pivot, turn. Step again, right kick, back to stance. Let's look at that again. Step, pivot, turn, step again, right kick. One more time. You want to be mindful of the position that you land in accordance to the distance, because oftentimes you might be right next to them, which would indicate that you don't have to take such a drastic step forward for the kick. You can just stand in place and kick off of that position. Let's take a look at another option based off of the pivot. This time we're going to strike with the knee. Yet again, we're going to be putting ourselves in a perpendicular angle. So instead of throwing a straight long knee, I want you to add a roundness to the knee as if we're going to kick. But instead of kicking, we're going to knee. So starting our fight stance. Hands up, chin down, legs shoulder width apart. You're going to step, pivot, turn. Step again, round the knee. Step, pivot, turn. Step again, round the knee. Step, pivot, turn. Step again, round the knee. One more time. Step, pivot, turn. Step again, round the knee. Next technique we're going to cover is the switch kick based off of the side step. So yet again, this is going to be one of the few times where we switch our stance based off of our positioning. First step to the outside, right leg steps. This is our first stance switch. I'm going to switch my hips back to our regular stance. This is the second stance switch. Third switch for the left kick, back to stance. Let's look at that again. Step, switch, switch, kick, back to stance. Step, switch, switch, kick, back to stance. Another option based off of the side step is the left knee. So yet again, we're adding a roundness to it because we're based off of a perpendicular angle to our opponent. And we want to make sure that we're striking the torso or the midsection. So we're starting our fight stance. Hands up, chin down, legs shoulder width apart. Take that right leg, steps forward. Switch stance. We switch our hips. Switch left knee, back to stance. Step, switch, switch knee, back to stance. Step, switch, switch knee, back to stance. One more time. Step, switch, switch knee, back to stance. To incorporate this into your shadow boxing, just visualize an opponent standing in front of you and taking a step towards you. From there, you're either going to cut the angle to the left or cut the angle to the right. Depending on which angle you take, whether you pivot, you're going to strike with the right kick or the right knee, or if you sidestep, you're going to strike with the switch kick or the switch knee. As with any pivoting or sidestepping technique, you want to be sure that once you take that initial step, that you execute the whole movement fluidly. You want to be careful with this crossing your legs, or what I call is like plie-ing, when you take a step and then your leg follows up behind you. Or if you could take a right step here, your left leg follows there. Okay. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you film yourself, tag us at the Thai Box Institute or use the hashtag TBI home workout if you would like for me to critique your technique. I promise I'll be nice. Thank you for watching.